Hi guys, it's been about 2 years since I did my last video, so I'm actually going to start them up this year again and try to stick to it more regularly. But anyway, so I'm going to try to make them about 5 minutes each, shorten them up a little bit. So since it's been about 2 years, I'm actually going to go back to the commands. So here you go. So here's the commands that we'll do today, and I'll just show you them. So there's ls, which if you watch previous ones, it's list. So this is my... Okay, here's another one, pwd. Let's do that. Print working directory. Oops. And then there we go. So I'm in users John Bird. And now you see this in here and you have no idea where you're at. It's like you're blind. But if you go back here, go to Finder. I can tell you you're in users John Bird documents. So if we go into... Since we're already here, we can just go straight to documents, and if we hit tab, that automatically completes it. Now watch. Now if we hit ls again, it shows everything in here, not in the same order of course, since you can switch them up like this, but it shows everything in here, and this is actually alphabetical, but folders first, or directories first. Okay, so I want to go back, and if you ls-a, let me show you, you use these two dots. So the dot is where you're at right now. So we're at the dot. But if we go to the dot dot, you go back. So if you cd dot dot, now look, you went back. So we're going to make a test one. Let's make it on the desktop. So we want to go to the desktop. So we cd desktop. And by test, I meant test directory. So let's go and we're going to use the make dir. So mkdir. You could just hit tab space demo one. Okay, now if we hit ls, there's that, and if we look on the desktop, we can actually see there is this directory. Now let's go into the directory by typing in cd demo. I hit tab, but you can type it all out. Now if you look in there, it's blank. We can open that up, and it should be blank. So if we touch a file, we can do this by touch test file. So now if we look, there's a test file. It's blank. And then if we ls, we can see that. And there's something cool I'll show you guys. If we touch test file, if we use a curly bracket, 1, 2 periods, and 50. This is going to create 1 to 50 with the test file at the beginning, right there. So let's hit enter. Now if we hit ls, now there's 51 files, counting the one that we created before. If we look, these are all just blank files, but you can do it. You can do it lots of other ways. You can use the alphabet, make it A to Z, any A to F, even if you wanted to. But okay, so to delete these with the GUI, you would probably select them all, or if you're even better, you hit Command A, drag them to the trash can. But there's a really simple way to do it in the terminal. You can just type in rm asterisk. Now this will delete everything in the file, or everything in the directory. So if we hit that, doesn't even show you anything, but if you hit ls, you can see everything's gone. And it doesn't put it in the trash like normally when you delete something. It just removes it. There's no recovery, so be careful. I have deleted stuff that I didn't want to using that command, because you could let's see, touch test.txt, touch test.mp4, touch test 11 to 55. There we go. Now for ls. Now let's say I want to just remove files 20 to 55. Now see, this is where it would be more difficult. Not as difficult, you know, but you'd still have to find 20 and select these all. And so to do it in the terminal, it's pretty simple. You can just type in rm test, curly bracket, 11, or 20 to 55, I think that's what I said, 2 dots, 55, and if we hit ls, then you can see everything is just here. Okay, now, what if I had a lot of these mp4, so like, oh, you can add stuff to the end, so I'll show you that, like this. Now, let's do that. Okay, so now, I don't like mp5s, I guess, whatever that is, but now we got all these mp5s, so let's delete all of them. Now you could just type this and hit rm for that, like, I'll show you, so that rm, but I don't want to do that. So let's just rm*.mp5. Now this deletes everything with the extension mp5. So we hit that, and look, everything mp5 is gone. Okay, so you guys should get the ls touch rm down now. And cd, we went through that pretty well. So man, so if I do ls-l, it lists them in the long format. So then there's a ls-al, and you can even add more. But how do I know what these extensions are? Like this -a-l. Well, to find these, you type in man ls. So this is the manual. Oh, it's slow. Okay, this is the manual form. So let's find a. Includes directory entries whose names begin with a dot. So if you, these would be hidden files. Like if we touched hidden. So now if we hit ls, you can't see the hidden, but if you ls-a, you can see the hidden. So that's what that does with the a. And then there's the l, L with the long format. But yeah. So in the next videos, these are going to become very important. So just get familiar with them. So like CDing, that's changing directories. Like if I was at the desktop, this is in the GUI. So here, I want to go into here, the demo one, we click there. If we did it here, first we would CD into the desktop, and then we would CD into demo one. Or let me show you. This is the tilde is home. Your home is usually users, your username in Mac. So if we want to go to desktop demo one, we can do this. Or we could even do it like this. Okay, so well, that's basically moving around in the file system, which on Mac, any Unix system, that'll be very handy if you're programming or anything. Alright, thanks guys.